good afternoon and welcome to college baseball as the Lone Star Conference action continues right here today from Canyon, Texas, Wilder Park, the home of West Texas A&M University, as the Buffaloes hosting Eastern New Mexico. And for the Buffaloes, they came away with a 10-9 hard-fought win yesterday. And if you talked with head coach Matt Vandenberg after the game, wasn't overly pleased because he had to go deep in his bullpen and really got 6 1/3 spectacular innings from his starter yesterday, Nick Marshall, who did a great job. But they had to go deep into the bullpen, and then they had to use Reese Miller to mop things up and come away with a win, 10-9. Nevertheless, the Buffs are 8-5 in conference play, 10-5 overall, and sit in fourth place in the Lone Star Conference behind Angelo State, who's in first with a 14-3 record. They won yesterday. Lubbock Christian is 11-6. UT Tyler is 11-6, and then the Buffaloes, and then Texas A&M Kingsville at 10-7. Again, a beautiful afternoon here at Wilder Park as the Buffaloes head out to the field, and we'll go through the starting lineups momentarily, but 55 degrees will be our game time temp. We expect to get up into the 60s as this game progresses. This, of course, is game one of a two-game set today here from Wilder Park, and so the Buffs try to improve their home winning percentage. They're 2-3 at home so far this season, while they are much better on the road, 7-2. In road games this year. So, again, trying to get that home good feeling going, and so the Buffaloes able to do so, hopefully in game number 2 here against Eastern New Mexico. Eastern comes in with a record of 6-10, and they are a better home team than they are a road team. We want to take a timeout. We'll do so and come back with the starting lineups after this on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Since 1933, the Panhandle Plains Historical Museum has housed the vast history of Panhandle Plains, given back to the community, and provided educational resources to those who live here. Located on the campus of West Texas A&M University, PPHM is free to all students, faculty, and staff at WT. We offer volunteer opportunities, internships, and hands-on research experience. From prehistoric times to pioneer travels, there's something for everyone at the largest history museum in Texas. Stop by and see us sometime. Oh, and don't forget, go Buffs!
And we get set. The Buffaloes will get their positions for today's game as we look at them defensively today. At first base will be Eddie Savoy. Mike Moneta will be at second. The shortstop will be Seth Ochoa. And Adam Becker, the preseason Lone Star Conference Offensive Player of the Year, will be at third. In left field will be Ryan Johnson. In center field will be Brian Bailey. And in right field will be Will Fenning. The pitcher the battery first. The pitcher is Isaac Keene. His battery mate is Evan Leibold. Keene comes into this one with a record of 2-1, a 5.40 ERA. He has appeared in 4 games. He started 3 this season. He has 1 complete game for the Buffaloes, pitched 18 1/3 innings. He's allowed 17 hits, 12 runs, 11 of those earned. He's walked 9, struck out 20, and batters are going 250 at the plate against Isaac Keene. Keene, of course, the senior, 6 feet, 185 pounds, from Norwalk, Connecticut, played at Keene State before coming here to pitch for the Buffaloes. The batters he'll face to lead things off will be Camden Matthews for Eastern New Mexico, followed by Cooper Hamilton. Jonathan Claw will be batting third. William Ponce, the shortstop, moves up to the 4th spot today. Dylan Hummel is batting fifth. Dick Schiffner, the first baseman, bats sixth. Spencer Roach is the DH. He'll bat seventh. Jack Thompson is the catcher today. He'll bat eighth. And Demetrio Archuleta will bat ninth. Yesterday it was Camden Matthews who started behind the plate yesterday for Eastern, but got hurt, and so don't know the status of that injury. But nevertheless, we are set to get this one underway. And Eastern New Mexico will send Cam Matthews to the plate, the senior, batting .306 this season. Cam, in his 63rd plate appearance, batting from the left side. Cam will settle in to face Isaac Keene. The big right-hander comes home with it. First pitch is high for a ball. As Keene settles in, pitch is drilled down the first base line. Foul and out of play. So a 1-1 count on the leadoff man for Eastern New Mexico. Cam yesterday was 3 for 6 at the plate. He had 3 hits. And again, Eastern had to come back. They scored 5 in the 7th to come back in that one yesterday. That pitch is high for a ball. So 2 balls and a strike for the senior leadoff man playing center field today. Keene comes home with it, and that's right at Adam Becker, who grabs that on a line shot. And that's one of those that you don't even get to blink. It's coming at you so fast. Nice hit by Cam, but right at Adam Becker on a line out to 5. That's out number 1. And you just watch right there on the instant replay. That is just hit so hard. Adam Becker did a nice job to jump up and pull that one in. That'll bring up Cooper Hamilton. Hamilton looks at a pitch way outside for a ball. Hamilton batted in the 3rd spot yesterday. He was 2 for 4 at the plate. Pitch misses outside. So he's ahead in the count, 2-0. Bryce Sheets happy to be coming your way on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network along with the Thunder Vision Production Company. As this is game 1 of a 2-game set today, way inside for a ball. So Isaac Keene getting behind these batters. First 2 he's faced, he's 3-0 to Cooper Hamilton. Hamilton, a junior from Lubbock, looks at a strike. Windy, expected to be windy for a couple of hours, then it should let up today. There's a high chopper hit towards the shortstop. Choa comes up, but he holds on to it. That one just smacked straight up over high above the pitcher's head. So Ochoa really had no place to throw that one. And so runner aboard at first base with a single. So 1 out here in the top of the 1st. Yesterday, Eastern able to get a run in the 1st inning. Got a run on 2 hits. Facing Nick Marshall yesterday. Marshall, of course, picked up the win, improved to 3-0. So 1-0 count on Jonathan Clow. The freshman moved up to the 3 spot. He was cleaning up yesterday. Takes a swing, comes up empty. Evens the count at 1-1. Jonathan batting .283 from the right side. Drives this one down to 3rd, and that hits Becker's glove and bounces over him. So runners will advance to 2nd and 3rd. as Cooper Hamilton on the move with the crack of the bat. And Clow will get a double for, I think. Let's see if we'll just see how they score that one. Again, just a hard shot, and then Becker went down to it, and it kind of bounced over his head. So they haven't officially said that's a hit yet, but we're going to say it's a double. That'll bring up Willie Ponce, the shortstop. He had a good game yesterday, batting from the left side. Ponce walked 3 times, was hit by a pitch, and grounded out his first at bat. So runners at second and third for Eastern New Mexico. Ponce, who's batting .265 this season, shows bunt, pulls it back, and so runs the count to 1-1. Desmond Thomas, the home plate umpire today. Ryan Gash over at first base. Terry Harrison is the third base ump. But well, now let's see what they're going to. I think they called time before that. No, they did say he offered up, so that is a strike. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Matt Vandenberg came out of the dugout saying he went on that one. I think the umpire, by his reaction, was calling time. One just misses for ball 2. So 2-2 count. Keene, the right-hander, came with a record of 2-1 this season. It's drilled down to first. Savoy has it, comes home with it, and they tag out the lead runner. He's out. Nice play by Eddie Savoy. And so Hamilton is out 1-2 for out number 2. And holding at second base is Clow and Willie Ponce. Just watch this hard shot to first base. Savoy comes up, throwing to home plate, and Evan Leibel able to put the tag on him there. Ponce gets a board on a fielder's choice. So runners at first and second. And now 2 outs for Eastern New Mexico. Greyhounds come in with a record of 6-10. Hummel playing third base. Looks at a breaking ball inside that is listed as ball 2. Hummel yesterday was batting in the number 2 spot. That's high for ball 3. So 3-0 on the third baseman, the freshman from San Antonio, Texas. Hummel batting .377, has an on-base percentage of .459 this season. And looks at ball 4, so he'll get a board, so the bases are loaded. First walk given up by Isaac Keene. That'll bring up the first baseman, Nick Schiffner. Schiffner yesterday, first pitch swinging, fouls that one off. Schiffner was 1 for 4 at the plate. He did have a walk. Also had a strikeout in his first at. He had 2 strikeouts actually yesterday. Takes a swing, comes up empty. Change that. He had 1 strikeout yesterday. No, he did have 2. Looking back, he was 1 for 4 at the plate. He had 2 strikeouts. First 2 at bats. Down in the count 0-2 here. Outside, misses for a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, bases loaded, 2 outs. Top of the first inning, just underway here at Wilder Park. Buffalo's 10-5 on the season. And that one misses low for a ball. So that evens the count at 2-2. Keene checks the wristband for the pitch. Evan Leibel sends in. Outside, misses for a ball. So that runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Spencer Roach in the on-deck circle, the DH for Eastern. Greyhounds in their gray uniforms, white or green numerals. And that one misses for ball 4. So back-to-back walks brings in a run. So 1-0, Eastern grabs the lead. So that brings up Spencer Roach. Roach yesterday had 2 hits. He was 2 for 5 at the plate. Fouls this one off at the plate. So strike, 0-1 the count. Bases still full for Eastern New Mexico. Greyhounds trying to take advantage. Oh, off-speed pitch inside, misses for a ball, just didn't break. Evens the count at 1-1. That's hit down the first base line, fouling out of play. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Desmond Thomas exchanging pleasantries with Matt Vandenberg as he brings out the baseballs. That's going to be fouled off down the right field line and out of play. Again, beautiful afternoon. Got some high clouds, but sun still will be a bit of a problem as the game progresses, especially in right and center field. Down to third, Becker has it over to second in 1 hop, and that ends it as Nick Schiffner is retired 5-4 for out number 3. But Eastern New Mexico is able to get a run on 2 hits, no errors in the inning, and 3 left on base. We have played half of an inning, and the Buffaloes trail Eastern 1-0. We'll take a timeout. Be back after this on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
And get helped, get fitted, and get your questions answered, and find out about our price matching online today.
Well, we get set for the bottom of the first inning for the Buffaloes. Mike Mineta will lead things off as he takes his final warm-up tosses, or his final warm-up swings. He'll be followed by Ryan Johnson and Adam Becker. Then it's Will Finning, Eddie Savoy. Cam Loy is the DH today. Brian Bailey. Evan Leibel bats 8th, and Seth Ochoa bats 9th for West Texas A&M. He's set to face Adrian Rubio, and Rubio comes in with a record of 1-2 on the season. Rubio with a 4.57 ERA. He's appeared in 4 games, started 4 for Eastern New Mexico, has 1 complete game as well. First pitch is inside for a strike on Mineta. It's pitched to 21 2/3 innings. Allowed 25 hits, 17 runs, 11 of those earned. Second pitch, high for a strike. Wow. He's walked 13 and struck out 16. Batters are betting $2.98 against him. That's going to be outside for a ball. All fastballs so far coming from the right-hander. As Adrian Rubio has this one sent out to right field, base hit for Mineta. So he'll take a leadoff single. That'll bring up Ryan Johnson.
Next up for the post, number 30, Ryan Johnson.
And you watch right here, nice swing by Mineta and sends it out into right field for a base hit. Ryan Johnson comes to the plate. Ryan batting .389, looks at a strike way on the outside corner. Johnson, .519 on base percentage. Looks at strike two. So Rubio firing right away. Way outside for a ball. Nice job by Jack Thompson to stop that one. Ryan Johnson yesterday had a couple of hits. He was 2 for 5 at the plate. Also drove in a run. Sends this one sky high out into in the infield, actually. And the shortstop swinging over. Ponce able to make that put out. So Ryan Johnson pops up to the shortstop for out number one. That'll bring up Adam Becker.
For the post, number 22, Adam Becker.
And Adam Becker comes up batting .470 on the season. Becker had a couple of hits yesterday, and again, Rubio comes right with a fastball and a strike. Outside misses for a ball. Becker, who drives this one down the left field line, back, giving chase. That's going to be off the wall over the left fielder's head, and coming around to score will be Mike Mineta. Here's the relay, not in time, and a stand-up double for Adam Becker. Drives in a run. And we're tied at 1 apiece here at Wilder Park. Adam Becker got a hold of that one down off the wall in left field. And you watch right here, just a big galloping swing that heads out into left field. And Cloud giving chase, but then it bounces away from him. So trying to figure out the angles there in the corner a little bit, and that caused a problem. So 1 run comes across for the Buffaloes. That'll bring up Will Fenning, the batting in the 4th spot today. He looks to strike one. It's interesting, Will Fenning yesterday, after the game, was in the cage taking batting practice with Coach Hall. Looks at a pitch down low. So he wasn't happy about what all took place for him yesterday. He had 1 hit, but he was 1 for 4 at the plate. He also had a walk. Sends this one out skyward to center field. Circling underneath is Matthews, comes up with that one. Fires a strike into the shortstop. And that keeps Adam Becker at second base. So Will Fenning flies out to center for out number 2. And to bring up Eddie Savoy, the first baseman. Savoy batting .353. Set a pitch outside for a ball. Savoy had a couple of hits as well yesterday. Pitch outside corner is a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Here's down the third base line, and they call that foul. And so it becomes a strike. So Savoy, with a 1-2 count, settles back in, facing Adrian Rubio. Rubio, redshirt sophomore, pitches outside for a ball. He's out of El Paso, played in New Mexico military. 5'11", 170-pound sophomore. Rubio settles in. That's driven right back towards the second baseman. Archuleta on 2 hops, guns out Savoy 4-3 for out number 3. But the Buffaloes do get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We have played an inning complete. We're tied at 1. We'll take a timeout. Be back with more right here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Energy is a glowing sphere of hot gas. It's an ocean of air. And at Excel Energy, we make it safe. It's why we train first responders. Help you identify where utility lines are buried. Sir, do not dig there. And it's why we study the flight paths of majestic golden eagles before we build a wind farm. Safer energy, people. It's all part of a carbon-free 2050. You, us, together.
Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
Well, welcome back to Wilder Park, and the wildlife is here today with Bring Your Dog to the Game. We have quite a few folks that have brought their friendly pets to come out here to Wilder Park and enjoy a sun-splashed afternoon as we go to the top of the second inning. 1-1 ball game, and Eastern will send up their number 8 hitter, Jack Thompson, the catcher. First pitch swinging, sends it out to right field, right at Will Fenning. And Fenning will glove that one. So Thompson, a fly out to right for out number 1. And Demetrio Archuleta, the second baseman, comes up. Archuleta batting from the right side. He's got a .333 batting average. Archuleta settles in. First pitch is going to be high for a ball. Archuleta will settle back in. Again, the first of 2 games here today at Wilder Park. Outside corner's a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Isaac Keene, 6 feet, 185-pound senior, comes home with it. Off-speed pitch at Archuleta swinging out in front. So it runs the count to 1-2. Keene comes home with it. Outside corner just misses, a little low. Evens the count at 2-2. 1-1 ball game, both teams with 2 hits. Archuleta batting 9th in the order. Then we go back to the top of the order, Camden Matthews. Archuleta, watch that one slide by. So that runs the count full of 3 balls and 2 strikes. One thing Isaac Keene trying to get in a rhythm is just going deep in the pitch count. And that one misses for ball 4. Evan Leibel looks back at the home plate umpire, and Desmond Thomas says that's ball 4. So that's the 3rd walk given up by Isaac Keene, and gives him a base runner. We go to the top of the order. Cam Matthews, who lined out sharply to Adam Becker in his first plate appearance to lead things off in this ball game. Looks at a strike. Keene checks the runner at first base. Archuleta with good speed. Quick throw over, and he goes back.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, so whenever I'm on you, and then I go to another camera, head over to that base runner first, because there's going to be
Archuleta settles in. This is driven down the left field line, foul and out of play. And so that runs the count to 0-2. Cam Matthews batting .302 so far this season. Quick throw to first. Isaac Keene checks the runner. Archuleta over at first, then comes home with it, hit towards the shortstop Ochoa, and that goes under his legs. Ochoa just got hamstrung on that one. That'll be an E6. Allow Cam Matthews to get aboard. So runners at first and second.
At the plate, number 27, Cooper Hamilton.
And again, this is one that hard hit, but Cam just either couldn't get the glove down on it or just got caught cross-stepping there. And so that one goes out into left field. Ryan Johnson brings it back in. So runners at first and second with one out. Here's a throw down to second base. Archuleta way off the bag, but Ochoa playing behind him, so Evan Leibel just keeping him honest on his lead off the bag. Cooper Hamilton, who has an 0-1 count. Outside corner, strike two, so Keene beginning to find his angles a little bit on his pitches, finding the corners. Able to paint that one on the outside corner. Here's a high hopper to Eddie Savoy, who has it, but does not. Keene doesn't get over there in time. And so Savoy, that loads the bases as Savoy tried to underhand it to him, but Cooper Hamilton able to beat out the throw. So we watch this here.
At the plate, number 23.
So let's see, that should be an E1 most likely. So back-to-back errors allow base runners. And that brings up Jonathan Clough. Pitch is high for a ball. Bases full, only one out. Buffs on really kind of routine play at short mishandled. That's going to be fouled off at the plate. Evens the count at 1-1. Eddie Savoy's play was a little bit harder, but again, Keene didn't hustle over to get the put out. I think he wasn't sure if that was going to bounce over Eddie's head or not. Good fastball. And that comes up as a strike. Brings the count to 1-2. Bases are full for Eastern New Mexico. Once again, they had them full in the first inning. Now here in the second inning, threatening once again. And that's strike three. Good pitch. First strikeout of the day for Isaac Keene. You watch right here. This is just a good pitch. Again, right on the inside part of the plate, but right at the belt. Jonathan didn't like it, but nevertheless, there's a strike on the outside corner to Willie Ponce. Keene bearing down now here with the bases full. trying to get out of this inning. Good outside corner, strike two. Nice pitch. Had a little movement on it. Kind of curled around and then found the outside corner. Ponce settles in, batting from the left side. And drives this one out into right center field. That's going to be a base hit. And 1 run will come home, 2 runs will come home. Here's the relay. And so Eastern able to take advantage. And again, those go back to the walks and the errors. And they take the lead 3-1 on the nice single by Willie Ponce, who drives in 2.
At the plate, number 9, Dylan Hummel.
And that'll bring up Dylan Hummel, the third baseman. He walked his last at bat. 2 outs. Top of the second inning. He pitches inside for a ball. Eastern New Mexico taking advantage of not only the walks, but really the errors. Pitches outside corner for a strike. I guess we'll look. Here's a quick throw to first base. I'm guessing Cooper Hamilton, instead of an error, when he got aboard, they're saying that that was a hit. So we'll change that instead of an E1 to a single. Outside corner misses. Hummel ahead in the count, 2-1. Hummel batting from the right side, bit of a closed stance. Is that left foot close to the line? Sends this one towards the shortstop. Ochoa underhands over to second in time for the 6-3 putout of Willie Ponce. But Eastern able to get 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error, and there was 2 left on base. We have played an inning and a half, and Eastern has the 3-1 lead. We'll take a timeout, be back with the bottom of the second right here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Cam Loy will lead things off here in the bottom of the second inning. Buffs trailing 3-1 to Eastern New Mexico. Loy's first pitch offered is a ball. Loy batting .286 for the Buffaloes, batting from the left side. Set a pitch inside for ball 2. This is Cameron's 50th plate appearance. Set a strike. 2 balls and a strike. Cam has 14 hits on the season, 6 doubles and a home run. Driven in 10. There's strike 2. Good off-speed pitch that time from Adrian Rubio. Drilled right back to Rubio, then slow roller, but Cam didn't get out of the box very well. He kind of got caught slow legging it out of the batter's box. And so Cam is retired 4-3 for out number 1.
Next up for the bus, number 44, Brian Bailey.
Rubio kind of diverted it over to his second baseman. Well, that'll bring up Brian Bailey. Bailey from Lancaster, Texas, looks at a strike. The junior, 5'9", 165 pounds, good speed. Saw that yesterday. Fouls this one off, so he's down in the count 0-2. Bailey had a triple in his first at bat yesterday. Oh, good breaking ball. Got him on the inside part of the plate. And that's the first strikeout of the ball game for Adrian Rubio. You watch right here, he just kind of froze him. Good pitch on the inside corner. And Brian wasn't looking for that. And that's out number 2, and that'll bring up Evan Leibel, the catcher. Evan looks at a strike. Should Evan get aboard, Seth Ochoa will be up next. Big cut. Evan comes up empty. Down in the count 0-2. Adrian Rubio seems to be warming up as he goes as well. That misses high outside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Buff catcher. That misses low for ball 2. Leibel from Los Alamitos, California, of course. Played at Oklahoma. 5'11", 185-pound junior. Drives this one towards the second baseman, who gobbles it up and then throws it in time over to first, 4-3. So 1-2-3 inning for the Buffaloes. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody on base. We have played 2 complete. Eastern with the 3-1 lead over the Buffaloes. We'll take a timeout and be back for the top of the 3rd after this on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Welcome to Shimon Dental Group, where every day we're excited to see our patients and treat them like family. We are dedicated to providing you with the highest quality care in a friendly and comfortable environment. Shimon Dental Group's patient-focused philosophy puts your needs front and center.
We are constantly investing in leading-edge technology. Innovations that speed the treatment process and improve aesthetics. We're expanding the breadth of our cosmetic and restorative services through training to provide the best possible outcomes.
Just with the level of commitment that they show to taking care of my family and I, it's absolutely unmatched in this town, so I've been very happy with them.
Brightening smiles for more than 3 decades.
Contact Shimon Dental Group for your appointment today.
So we head to the top of the 3rd inning. Eastern New Mexico, 3 runs on 4 hits. They scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second. They've left 5 on base so far today. So things kind of going their way against Isaac Keene. Keene, who's had good stuff, just trouble painting the corners. And so he'll face Nick Schiffner, Spencer Roach, and Jack Thompson, the 6, 7, and 8 batters in the lineup today for Eastern. Greyhounds in their gray uniforms with green numerals trimmed in white. Buffs in their maroon tops, white pants. That pitch misses for ball. You have the black numerals today with the white trim. Again, misses outside for a ball. That's one thing Keene's really worked had to work in this one. Gets deep in the pitch count with each batter. He's already pitched 56 pitches so far. That one misses for ball 3. Schiffner settles back in. He walked his last at bat. There's a strike. Schiffner batting 195. But that walk he had drove in a run. Drives this one to Seth Ochoa. Ochoa comes up throwing over to first in time for the 6-3 putout. Round number 1. Let's bring up Spencer Roach, the DH. Roach out of Cape Coral, Florida, played in College of the Redwoods. He's a redshirt sophomore, 5'11", 180 pounds. Roach batting .250 on the season, has an on-base percentage of .283. Sends this one down to Adam Becker on one hop over to first base in time for the 5-3 putout. So Roach is retired, and that will bring up Jack Thompson, the catcher, who flew out to right field his last at bat. Again, Thompson came on in relief yesterday as the catcher. Camden Matthews takes a cut, comes up empty, down on the count 0-1. Roach settles back in, ready to go. Sends this one over the head of Mike Mineta for a base hit, so he gets aboard with a single. So Jack Thompson is aboard.
At the plate, number 7, Demetrio Archuleta.
You watch right here, just a nice sharp single right over Mike Mineta's head. Couldn't pull that one in. As I said, Jade Martinez is the one that started yesterday as the catcher. And that freshman went out injured. Martinez. Bunt shown by Archuleta. Archuleta walked and scored in the second inning. So a 1-0 count. And there's a strike on the outside corner for Demetrio. He looks back at the umpire and questions the call. Inches up closer to home plate. That one gets away from Leibold, so Jack Thompson will head down to second base on the pass ball. So runner at second base with 2 outs. That time, Isaac Keene trying to, as we said, Archuleta had moved up in the batter's box really close to the line, and Keene tried to paint the inside corner that time. This is off the 5th to Ochoa, comes up throwing over to first in time. Archuleta's retired 6-3 for out number 3. So no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Played 2.5, 3-1, Eastern New Mexico with the lead. We'll take a timeout, do so, and come back after this on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Since 1933, the Panhandle Plains Historical Museum has housed the vast history of Panhandle Plains, given back to the community, and provided educational resources to those who live here. Located on the campus of West Texas A&M University, PPHM is free to all students, faculty, and staff at WT. We offer volunteer opportunities, internships, and hands-on research experience. From prehistoric times to pioneer travels, there's something for everyone at the largest history museum in Texas. Stop Stop by and see us sometime. Oh, and don't forget, go Buffs!
Well, we go to the bottom of the third inning. Adrian Rubio continues on the hill for Eastern New Mexico as he was staked to a 3-1 lead here. Rubio has allowed only 2 hits so far and really has only left 1 stranded runner for the Buffaloes. So kind of been compact. Adrian taking care of what he needs to. Face the top, or Seth Ochoa to lead things off. Number 9 hitter, then top of the order, Mike Bonetta and Ryan Johnson. Ochoa looks at ball 1. Seth looks at ball 2. He's batting .250, .382 is his on-base percentage. When he leads off, he's adding .222. And right now, ahead in the count, 3-0. Rubio working here in the third inning. Outside corner is a strike as Ochoa tried to buy it and start heading toward first base. That one's hit towards the second baseman. Archuleta falls down, comes up throwing, and Ochoa is retired 4-3. A lot of plays made by Archuleta. He has made he's made 3 of the 4 outs for, I'm going to change that, 4 of the 5 outs. The last 5 outs for the Buffaloes, other than a strikeout, Archuleta has made all of those. Moneta sends this first pitch swinging out to center, shallow center field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. And nobody's covering second base, so Mike Moneta takes advantage of it and will get a double. As he sends that one, the high pop, and watch this right here as Moneta just first pitch swinging sends that one high, but shallow center field, and Archuleta couldn't get to it, and nobody covered second base because the shortstop, Ponce, was also going out to try to pull that one in, and so the pitcher, Adrian Rubio, had to go cover second base. Brings up Ryan Johnson. Looks at a strike on the outside corner. Good curveball that time from Adrian Rubio. Rubio comes home with it again. Another good pitch right at the belt. Ryan looks back at the umpire, kind of shakes his head knowing that was probably one he could have pulled the trigger on. Had a Becker in the on-deck circle. This one's sent right back up the middle. Slow roller coming up through it and throwing, and that is a good play by the shortstop. As Ponce comes up, slides, pulls that one up and throws over to first in time to get Ryan Johnson. 6-3. Round number 2. That does send Mike Moneta down to third base. And that brings up Adam Becker. Becker had a double his last at bat, drove in a run, drove in the only run for the Buffs so far. The pitch is way outside for a ball. And I'm guessing Rubio's probably going to pitch carefully to Becker since he really hammered the one off the wall in left field his last at bat. Oh, good framing that time by Thompson. He got the call. And went kind of on the outside corner and pulled it back in. So 1-1 count for Becker. That's low for a ball. So 2 balls and a strike. Moneta down at third base. 2 outs, though, here for the Buffaloes. Becker drives this one past the third baseman for a base hit. And That'll score Moneta. And so the Buffs cut the Eastern lead to 3-2 as he has his second RBI of the ball game. You watch right here, just good hitting as he powers this one past the diving Hummel at third base and brings home Moneta to make it 3-2. So Becker over at first base, and that brings up Will Fenning. Fenning looks at a strike on the inside corner. Fenning, who flew out to center field, his last at bat. Another good inside pitch. That one misses, though, for a ball. Evens the count at 1-1. Driven down the third base line, but foul. Good cut on that one from Fenning. But Will's down in the count 1-2. Bottom of the third inning. 3-2 ball game. Eastern 3 runs on 5 hits. Buffalo's 2 runs on 4 hits. Outside corners high. Evens the count at 2-2. Fenning batting .319. Scottsdale, Arizona senior, looks at ball 3. So he runs count full at 3-2. Fenning played at Paradise Valley Community College before coming over to WT. 6'3" senior. Batting from the right side. Pops this one up down the first base line and out of play. Just trying to protect home plate on that one. Fenning settles back in, ready to go. Way outside for ball 4. So Fenning draws a walk. That's the first given up of the day for Adrian Rubio. That'll bring up Eddie Savoy, who grounded out to the second baseman his last at bat. Now they called a balk on Rubio, so everybody advances one base. Not quite sure what Rubio did that time, but the umpire called a balk. There's a strike in there for Eddie Savoy. Eddie taking all the way on that one. Runners in scoring position, though, for Savoy. Drives this one down the third baseline. Hummel comes up, throwing over to first. And that's in time. Buffs miss out on an opportunity as Savoy is retired 5-3 for round number 3. So the Buffs do get a run on 2 hits. No errors in the inning. And 2 left on base. We have played 3 complete. Eastern New Mexico leads this one 3-2 as we go to the top of the 4th. We'll take a timeout and come back to Canyon, Texas right after this on the Lone Star Conference. Digital next.
Deep in the heart of Texas, the prairie
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas.
We are Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it day in and day out, never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are 1 part passion, 1 part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
Well, we started with a game time tempo of 55, and we're now up to 58, a 3-2 ball game. 3 runs on 5 hits for Eastern, 2 runs on 4 hits for the Buffaloes. As we go to the top of the 4th inning, Isaac King coming out to work here in the 4th. And that'll bring up the leadoff man, Camden Matthews. Camden lined out to third, and that he got plunked. So he gets a board here, hit by a pitch. And so Camden's been aboard twice, got a board up on an error. In the second inning, came around to score, and now aboard, hit by a pitch. And that'll bring up Cooper Hamilton, who is 2 for 2 today. Hamilton batting .293, 2 singles in the ball game over Isaac Kern. Shows bunt, and that's going to be fouled off at the plate. So that becomes a strike. So Becker in on the grass at third. Savoy holding the runner at first. Quick throw over. Hamilton, quick throw back over again. Hamilton from Lubbock. Again, trying to make sure that Cam Matthews stays close to the bag over at first base. Cam, of course, out of Carrollton, Texas. Breaking ball just doesn't break. Evens the count at 1-1 for Cooper Hamilton. Slow roller down to first base. Becomes a strike, so runs the count to 1-2. So Becker relaxes off the grass, now back even with the bag at third. Hamilton settles back in, batting from the left side. Keene comes home with it, and right back to Keene. Waits, goes over to second, in time for one out, and not in time over to first on the relay, as he got it to retire Cam Matthews, who's retired 1-6 for out number 1. And Hamilton aboard on a fielder's choice. And that'll bring up Jonathan Claw. Jonathan with a double, and it struck out today. 1 for 2 at the plate. Breaking pitch inside. Jonathan batting .291. Also scored a run today, back in the first. Pitch is low for a ball. So 2-0 the count. Left fielder settles back in, ready to go. Pitch is low for a ball, so he's ahead in the count, 3-0. Looks down the third base line at head coach Riley Price to see whether or not he's going to have the green light. On a 3-0 pitch. Big right-hander settles in, ready to go. And that misses for ball 4. So 4 straight pitches, walks the freshman. So runners at first and second, and that brings Evan Leibel out to visit and slowly walking out. See if there's going to have a pitching change for the Buffaloes, as Isaac's already thrown 78 pitches, and actually they're going to bring the trainer out as well. Maybe an injury. Isaac says, I'm okay. I'm still good to go. Everybody retreats. Heads back to the dugout. I think that's one of those where you check to see if there's a blister on one of the fingers or something like that. Keene says, I'm good. One out here in the top of the fourth. Runners at first and second, and that'll bring up Willie Ponce, the cleanup batter. Willie's 1 for 2 today. Ponce batting .275. He's driven into today with that single. Ponce settles in, ready to go. Skies this one out toward the shortstop, circling underneath and making the catch is Ochoa. So Ponce pops up to the shortstop for out number 2. And that'll bring up Dylan Hummel, who walked his first at bat. And hit into a fielder's choice in his second at bat. So Dylan's 0 for 1 today. There's a ball on the outside corner. Hummel batting .370. His 55th plate appearance this season. Takes a cut at an off-speed pitch, comes up empty, 1-1. Hummel, a freshman from San Antonio, playing over third base. Good breaking ball, got the outside corner, quick throw to first base. Back on the bag at first is Clow. Hummel down in the count now, 1-2. Good curveball that time from Isaac Keene. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Here in the top of the 4th. Hit towards Becker at third. He goes over and makes the easy out at second. And so Clow is retired 5-4 for out number 3. And so no runs on no hits. There were no errors in the inning and 2 left on base. We have played 3.5. Eastern New Mexico with a 3-2 lead in Lone Star Conference play. We'll come back to Wilder Park after a timeout, though, right here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
West is the comprehensive fundraising campaign designed to fuel WT 125 from the Panhandle to the world. We will strengthen WT's impact for the Panhandle region and beyond through a historic, comprehensive campaign, raising $125 million by 2025. The campaign's 3 priorities: people, programs, and places. Now is the time to make a difference for current and future generations. One West.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
Well, just a nice afternoon to come out and watch college baseball here in Canyon. Eastern New Mexico leading the Buffs 3-2, and again, just a great way to spend a Saturday afternoon. This is the first of 2 games, and the fans have come out enjoying the now 58 degrees, kind of trying to climb up into the 60s here as we continue on this afternoon. First pitch for the Buffs DH, Cam Loy, is a strike. Adrian Rubio back out for his 4th inning of work. That pitch is going to be outside for a ball. Loy, who grounded out to the second baseman, his first at bat, sends this one towards the shortstop. And again, trouble getting out of the box. And he's out 6-3. That's out number 1. Good contact on that one, and Loy had it spinning away from the shortstop, but again, just seemed to have trouble getting out of the box. That'll bring up Brian Bailey, who struck out his last at bat. Kind of got confused on a nice pitch from Adrian Rubio that came on the inside corner. That's on the outside corner for a strike. Bailey, the center fielder for the Buffaloes from Lancaster, Texas. Pitch way inside for a ball. Again, inside, misses for a ball. So Bailey ahead in the count, 2-1, excuse me, 2 balls and a strike. Sends this one towards the shortstop on 2 hops, and quick throw over to first from Ponce is good to retire Bailey, 6-3. So Ponce has made both putouts here in the inning so far. And that'll bring up Evan Leibel, the catcher. Leibel grounded out to the second baseman. Back in the second inning. And credit Rubio, he's, again, had 1 complete game this season, and he's stymieing the Buffs bats here. Buffs with only 4 hits so far. Gets ahead in the count, 0-1. This is going to be fouled off and out of play. So the Buff catcher is down in the count, 0-2. Rubio. Ready to go, comes home with it, and that's fouled off at the plate. Adrian's thrown 62 pitches so far. That's drilled out into right field, and that one, oh, nice play. Sliding over to make that one is Cooper Hamilton, as he was on his quick giddy-up horse and got over there in time to pull that one in as Leibel gave it a ride. But he flies out to right field for round number 3, a 1-2-3 inning again for Rubio. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody on base. We have played 4 complete. And Eastern leads this one 3-2. We'll take a timeout and be back after this on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Welcome to Shimon Dental Group, where every day we're excited to see our patients and treat them like family. We are dedicated to providing you with the highest quality care in a friendly and comfortable environment. Shimon Dental Group's patient-focused philosophy puts your needs front and center.
We are constantly investing in leading-edge technology, innovations that speed the treatment process and improve aesthetics. We're expanding the breadth of our cosmetic and restorative services through training to provide the best possible outcomes.
Just with the level of commitment that they show to taking care of my family and I, it's absolutely unmatched in this town, so I've been very happy with them.
Brightening smiles for more than 3 decades.
Contact Shimon Dental Group for your appointment today.
We go to the top of the 5th inning. Isaac Keene working here in the 5th. Isaac has allowed 3 runs on 5 hits. He has walked 3 and struck out 1 so far. And so he'll face the 6, 7, and 8 batters in the lineup. Nick Schiffner will lead things off. Schiffner is 0 for 1 at the plate today. He's also walked. And Schiffner also has driven in a run. Tries to bunt his way aboard, but that'll be a strike. Schiffner batting 190. Schiffner from Fort Worth, Texas, played at Highland Community College. He's a 6'2", 220-pound senior. Schiffner settles in, batting from the right side, even stance. Good pitch is there for a strike. So Keene ahead in the count, 0-2. Checks the wristband once again. Circles around the rubber now. Puts his right toe on it. Comes home with it. That's going to be fouled down the right field line and out of play into the, past the Eastern bullpen area. Keeps the count at 0-2. Schiffner playing first base. Takes a swing, comes up empty. As he is a strikeout victim. Second strikeout for Keene. That is the first out here in the top of the fifth. And to bring up Spencer Roach, the DH. Roach is 0 for 2 today at the plate. Drives this one out into left field. And right in front, Ryan Johnson, that's going to fall in for a base hit. Roach, first pitch swinging, sends that one out. As you watch first pitch and takes a cut, big full cut, and that goes out in the left field. And so right in front of Ryan Johnson. So a runner aboard for the Greyhounds. And that'll bring up Jack Thompson, the catcher. Thompson, first pitch inside corner, just misses for ball one. Thompson is from West Des Moines, Iowa. Played at Iowa Central Junior College. He's a 5'11", 210-pound senior. Quick throw to first base. Roach is back there safely. Keene getting ready to throw his 89th pitch. Throws it again over to first base, and Roach dives back. Let's hit right up the middle. That is a nice stop. Underhand throw on in time. What a nice stop by Mike Manetta as he dives and gets that one right behind the bag at second place. Underhand throw to Ochoa. And the leadoff runner, Spencer Roach, is retired 4-6 for round number 2. Jack Thompson gets the board on the fielder's choice, but Mike Manetta just dives right there, able to smother the baseball and get it over to second base in time. Nice play defensively by Mike Manetta. There's a strike on the outside corner to Archuleta. So Thompson aboard at first base on that fielder's choice. But the Buffs did get the lead runner. 2 outs here in the top of the fifth. Slow roller hit to Becker. Becker underhands it over to second base in time for the putout. And so Thompson is retired 5-4 for out number 3. So no runs on one hit, or no errors in the inning, and 1 left on base. We have played 4.5. Eastern with the lead, 3-2 over the Buffaloes. We'll take a break and come back for the bottom of the fifth. But first, this break on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Suddenlink is now Optimum, with award-winning internet, TV, and mobile, giving you the power to get closer and go farther with speed and reliability. With our new 100% fiber internet we're building, together with Optimum Mobile, voted #1 in customer satisfaction, you'll get the complete connectivity you deserve. And when you combine Optimum's award-winning connectivity with our 24/7 customer service, your future is only a connection away.
Good afternoon to come out and enjoy some college baseball. The fans in the stands sitting back in the sunshine, and again, pretty much a sun-splashed afternoon. Some high cirrus clouds, but really not a lot here that anybody has to worry about today. The Buffs trail 3-2 to Eastern New Mexico. We head to the bottom of the fifth inning, and for the Buffaloes, it will be Seth Ochoa to lead things off. Then the top of the order, Mike Manetta and Ryan Johnson. And so again, the shortstop second base combination has played well today for the Buffaloes. Ochoa, who grounded out his only at bat, sends this one up the middle for a base hit. So Ochoa, first pitch swinging, gets a board. And we go to the top of the batting order, Mike Mineta, who is 2 for 2 at the plate today.
Taking the plate number 21, Mike Mineta.
Again, just first pitch, Seth sends out right up the middle for a base hit. So a runner aboard for WT. Bunt shown by Mineta. That misses outside for a ball. Ochoa takes his lead. Takes about 2.5 steps off the bag. That's going to be low for ball 2. There's a bit of action starting to stir in the eastern bullpen area. There's also action in the WT bullpen. Bottom of the 5th inning. That's inside corner for a strike. So Mineta with a single and a double. He scored twice today. Got that batting average up to 333. Powell powers this off down the left field line and out of play. Mineta. Settles in, batting from the left side. A bit of an open stance. Powers this one out into center field, and circling underneath it is Matthews, who gloves that and sends it in. And so Mineta is retired on a fly out to center for out number 1. I'm going to bring up Ryan Johnson, who's 0 for 2 at the plate today. Ryan batting .375. Rubio working here in the 5th inning. That's drilled out to left field, giving chase and sliding to make the catch. Nicely done. Cloud will be able to come in and slide underneath that one. Ryan Johnson's going to be robbed as he is flied out to left field for out number 2. Again, just got a hold of it. It flies out to left, but credit Cloud as he just slides under and able to pull that one in for the putout. Brings up Adam Becker, who is 2 for 2 at the plate today. He's got a single and a double. He's driven in 2 runs. First pitch outside corner for a strike. Becker batting from the right side. Looks at a pitch low for a ball. Runner at first base is Seth Ochoa. Going to be outside for a ball. So 2 balls and a strike. Again, this is the first of 2 games today. Second game will start about 30 minutes after the completion of this one. We're here in the bottom of the 5th. That's going to be fouled down the right field line. Giving chase is the first baseman, and able to glove that one is Schiffner, as Becker pops up to first base for out number 3. So no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left on base for the Buffaloes. They trail 3-2 as we go to the top of the 6th. Eastern with the lead. We'll take a timeout, be back right after these special messages on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Since 1933, the Panhandle Plains Historical Museum has housed the vast history of Panhandle Plains, given back to the community, and provided educational resources to those who live here. Located on the campus of West Texas A&M University, PPHM is free to all students, faculty, and staff at WT. We offer volunteer opportunities, internships, and hands-on research experience. From prehistoric times to pioneer travels, there's something for everyone at the largest history museum in Texas. Stop by and see us sometime. Oh, and don't forget, go Buffs!
Gavin Pringle is the new pitcher for the Buffaloes, as Isaac Keene went 5 innings, gave up 6 hits and 3 runs. He walked 3 and struck out 2. Pringle comes in with a record of 4-0, 13 2/3 innings pitched this season, pitched yesterday, as a matter of fact. He has allowed 9 hits, 6 runs, all 6 earned. He's walked 8, struck out 10. Pringle from British Columbia, this one down to Ochoa. First pitch swinging, throw over to first, not in time. So Cam Matthews gets aboard with a single. As he didn't hesitate, took the first pitch he saw and sent it over to Seth Ochoa at short. Pringle out of Duncan, British Columbia, played at Hawaii Pacific before coming here to WT. Bunt shown, that's laid down. Becker comes up, throws over to first, in time for the put out. So Cooper Hamilton is retired 5-3 for out number 1, but it does move Matthews over to second base. Jonathan Clow will come up. He is 1 for 2 at the plate today. He's walked, he has doubled and scored, and he's struck out. Again, Clow saw Pringle yesterday. It's going to be high for a ball. Pringle came in yesterday. Pitched an inning and 2/3. Quick throw over to first or second. Almost had Matthews leading the wrong way, but he got back in time. So 1-0 count for Clow is going to be fouled off and out of play. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Clow from La Ramona, Dominican Republic. He's a 6'4", 215-pound freshman. Batting from the right side. Looks at a strike. Batting .291. As we said, he is 1 for 2 at the plate. He's also walked once. That's going to be fouled off and out of play. Wind picking up a bit. Clow settles back in, ready to go. Batting from the right side. Pringle comes home with it. That misses and gets past Evan Leibel, and that allows Cam Matthews to run down to third base. So a 2-2 count for Jonathan Clow. Pringle, a junior. And that just misses for a ball. So full count on the left fielder for the Greyhounds. Pringle comes home with it, and swinging and striking out. Clow is retired. Pringle gets his first strikeout of the ball game, and that's out number 2. That'll bring up Willie Ponce. And you watch right here, just a good pitch on the outside corner. Kind of fooled the freshman hitter just a little bit. Willie Ponce, redshirt sophomore from Olathe, Kansas. First pitch swinging is a base hit. That'll drive in a run. So Ponce with a single. Drives in his 3rd run of the game. As Cam Matthews comes home to score. That makes it 4-2 for Eastern. Top of the 6th inning again. That'll call Dallin Hummel to the plate. Hummel 0 for 2 today at the plate. He's also walked once. So time call. They had a conversation with Mike Mineta coming in and talking with Gavin Pringle, and now the umpire looks at his scorecard and now gets ready to go. Hummel looks at ball one. Pringle checks the wristband. There is still action in the WT bullpen and action in the Eastern bullpen. Quick throw to first. It's close. Diving back was Willie Ponce. What a nice throw from Gavin Pringle. That one misses for ball two. Pringle comes home with it. Good off-speed pitch. Hummel takes a cut, comes up empty. 2 balls and a strike for the third baseman for Eastern New Mexico. And check swing, and they say he did not go around. So 3 balls and a strike for Hummel. Pringle comes home with it, and that's going to be hit slow roller to Mineta. Underhands over to first in time for the putout as Hummel is retired 4-3. But the Greyhounds do get a run on 2 hits. There are no errors and 1 left on base. We have played 5.5. Eastern New Mexico with a 4-2 lead. We'll take a timeout and be back for the Buffs bottom half of the 6th after this on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Welcome to Shimon Dental Group, where every day we're excited to see our patients and treat them like family. We are dedicated to providing you with the highest quality care in a friendly and comfortable environment. Shimon Dental Group's patient-focused philosophy puts your needs front and center.
We are constantly investing in leading-edge technology, innovations that speed the treatment process and improve aesthetics. We're expanding the breadth of our cosmetic and restorative services through training to provide the best possible outcomes.
Just with the level of commitment that they show to taking care of my family and I, it's absolutely unmatched in this town, so I've been very happy with them.
Brightening smiles for more than 3 decades.
Contact Shimon Dental Group for your appointment today.
New WT football coach Josh Lynn out watching the Buffaloes play some baseball. He's had a busy few months here as the new head football coach for West Texas A&M University. So out like everybody else, enjoying a sun-splashed afternoon. First pitch swinging, hit down to Hummel at third, quickly throws over to first. And yeah, they're going to say that he was pulled off the bag. And so kind of a break for Will Fenning. And so now the umpires are going to get together just to make sure. So we watch on the replay. Here's the throw over to first. Umpire says he pulled his foot off. And really the first base umpire had the best view, and so I'm not sure what the conversation is, but nevertheless, let's see what they say for Will Fenning. First pitch swinging, drives it down to Hummel. Looked like he was pulled off the bag. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, now they're calling him out. Oh, my. And now that's going to bring Matt Vanderberg out for an explanation. So I think what they're going to say is Hummel got it over there, and initially he had his foot on the bag and then fell off. So Fenning is going to be thrown out 5-3. for the first out here in the 6th. And I think what Matt Vandenberg is saying is that's not your call to overrule. That was his call, and he made it. And now they'll go over to first to, although they're going over to explain it to Eastern's coach, but he didn't want the explanation. He got what he wanted. He got the out call. And so that'll bring up Eddie Savoy. Savoy right up the middle for a base hit. First pitch as he sends that one out. So he is aboard. And so again, watch this Savoy, just first pitch, sends that up the middle. Rubio. So far, 78 pitches for Rubio. Working here in the 6th inning. He's allowed 2 runs on 5 hits. So walked 1 and struck out 1 so far. Pitches way inside to Cam Loy. So that evens the count at 1-1 on the DH for the Buffs. Cam has grounded out twice today. He's 0 for 2. The pitch is low for a ball. So 2 balls and a strike. There is action in the Eastern bullpen. Eastern leads it 4-2, bottom of the 6th inning. They only play 7 today because this is a doubleheader. That one misses for ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike. Loy settles in, batting from the left side. Takes a big cut, comes up empty. Runs the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Loy from Mansfield, played at Northeast Texas Community College. He is a 6 foot, 205-pound junior, batting from the left side. Fouls this one off at the plate, stays alive. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Loy settles back in, ready to go. Savoy takes his lead off the bag at first. This is going to be popped up back toward us and out of play. Loy trying to get a timing down on Rubio. See if he comes with an off-speed pitch now. Right-hander settles in, ready to go. Again, this one's popped straight up, and the second baseman, somebody's calling it. Oh, and that's going to be an infield hit. And safe at second base is Savoy. So Hummel was trying to take charge. He went on an angle. I think they're coming out. Kind of surprised they didn't call it an infield fly on that one. But the Buffs have runners at first and second. And a pitch runner coming in for Cam Loy, who gets a hit. And in to run for him is Kason Haggard. So Savoy over at second. And brings up Brian Bailey. Now everybody gets set and ready to go. Bailey, who's 0 for 2 today, looks at a strike on the inside corner. Those are the ones that Rubio has kind of feasted on when facing Bailey today. 0-1 count, outside for a ball. So 1-1 for the junior outfielder who settles in ready to go, batting from the right side. Takes the cut, a good off-speed pitch. So Bailey down on the count 1-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Runners at first and second. And that's fouled off at the plate. So Bailey settles in. Outside, misses for a ball. So 2-2 count to Brian Bailey. Four to 2, Eastern with the lead. And that one hits Bailey. So he's hit by a pitch. So he'll head down to first base. So the bases are full of Buffaloes for Evan Leibel. Time called. And Matt Vanderberg called time. He wants all of his coaches and runners that are out on the base pass to come over as they talk about something. Also a trip to the mound here for Rubio. He has so far pitched 92 pitches. Let's see if they're going to make a pitching change here. Rubio has pitched 5 in a third inning so far. Now they're going to come out and break this one up. Originally, I thought Matt Vanderberg called everybody over, but then pitching coach for Eastern went out to, Ryan Benitez went out to talk to his right-hander. They're going to stay with him. And so Rubio will stay out on the hill facing Evan Leibel. He has got Evan twice on a ground out and a fly out.
Number 20, Evan Leibel.
So Leibel will settle in. Third baseman even with the bag at third. Takes a cut, comes up empty. Leibel down in the count 0-1. Bases full of Buffaloes here in the bottom of the sixth. Outside for a ball. So it evens the count at 1-1. Leibel settles back in, ready to go. Outside corner misses for ball 2. First of 2 games today. Eastern leads this one 4-2. 4 runs on 8 hits for Eastern, 2 runs on 7 hits for the Buffs. And there's a balk, and so they're going to move everybody around so the Buffs will get a run. And again, Rubio kind of confused. He's not sure what he's done. And so everybody will advance one base. Two balls and a strike for Evan Leibel. Takes a cut. Evens the count at 2-2. Buffs get 1 run, cut the lead to 4-3. Leibel just wants to make contact here. Fouls that one off at the plate and strikes out as that's caught by Jack Thompson. So Leibel strikes out for round number 2. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Adrian Rubio. And that'll bring up Seth Ochoa. And again, just taking a cut, but just under the ball a little bit. Leibel able to foul that one right back into Jack Thompson's glove. Ochoa. All-speed pitch misses for a ball. Seth had a single his last at bat. Sends this one up the middle for a base hit. So Seth will get aboard. 2 runs come home, and the Buffaloes take the lead on a single by Seth Ochoa. Back-to-back hits for the shortstop, plates 2 runs. And the Buffs now take the lead 5-4 over Eastern New Mexico. And watch this right here. Just a great hit. Seth Ochoa right up the middle. And again, kind of similar to his last hit, he is 2 for 3 at the plate today. And more importantly, drives in the go-ahead run. Mike Mineta, an off-speed pitch he swings out in front of. Mike, who is 2 for 3 at the plate today, batting .324. Inside, misses for a ball. So a 1-1 pitch. That's inside for a ball. Got away from Thompson, but he runs it down. So 2 balls and a strike. Manetta settles in, ready to go. Hands, that one's going to fly out to the shortstop, and he got fisted on that one. And so nice play by Ponce as he goes over. Manetta pops up to the shortstop for out number 3. But the Buffaloes do get 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors in the inning and 1 left on base. We have played 6 complete in WT, now with a 5-4 lead over Eastern New Mexico. We'll take a timeout and be back after this on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Well, Tyler Cornett is the new pitcher for the Buffaloes, the 6'2", 195-pound senior from Shallowater. Coming in relief, and he's in for the save now that the Buffs have the lead 5-4. Tyler has 3 saves on the season. He's pitched 8 1/3 innings. He has allowed 9 hits, 5 runs, all 5 earned. He's walked 2. He struck out 10. He's allowed 2 doubles and 2 home runs. Cornett in to try to get the Buffs' final 3 outs here in this doubleheader. The Buffs come back and take the lead here in the bottom of the 6th. They now lead 5-4. And leading things off will be Nick Scheffner. Scheffner, playing first base today, is 0 for 2 at the plate. He's also walked once. And he's driven in a run with that walk. Looks at a strike on the outside corner. Cornett settles in, ready to go, the right-hander. That one's fouled off and out of play. So Cornett ahead in the count, 0-2. Scheffner settles back in, good even stance. Batting from the right side. Sends this one out into right field, but right at Will Fenning, who pulls that one in for an out. And so Scheffner flies out to right for out number 1. That'll bring up Spencer Roach, the DH. Roach, who is 1 for 3 today at the plate. Batting from the right side. Roach from Cape Coral, Florida. First pitch is outside for a ball. Roach to be followed by Jack Thompson. That's going to be low for a ball. Just a hard throwing fastball on that one, just low at the knees. Big fastball that time that Roach couldn't catch up to, down in the count or up in the count. 2 balls and a strike. Tyler Cornett on in relief, trying to pick up the save here for the Buffs, and gets him swinging for strike 2. So 2-2 count on the DH for the Greyhounds. Roach settles back in, batting from the right side. And off-speed pitch, got away from Leibel, throws it over to first in time. Roach is a strikeout victim for out number 2, and that is Cornett's first strikeout. And so again, just a good pitch, good fastball that Roach got fooled on. And it got thrown out trying to go to first base as that got away from Evan Leibel, but Evan runs it down and throws him out. So that brings up Jack Thompson, who is 1 for 3 at the plate today. First pitch, takes a cut, comes up empty. Thompson, batting .286. It's his 15th plate appearance this season. Has 4 hits, including 1 here today. Drives this one foul and out of play as he got all the way around on that one and sends it out of the field of play. So he's down in the count 0-2. So the Buffaloes trying to come from behind to pick up this home win. That's fouled off at the plate. Again, top of the 7th inning. Thompson settles in, ready to go. Cornett ready to go. Off-speed pitch is called for strike 3. And so Thompson strikes out, and the Buffs come from behind to win this one. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody on base, and the Buffs win this one 5-4 as they come from behind to pick up the victory over Eastern New Mexico. Eastern falls to 6-11 on the season. The Buffs improved to 11-5 and 9-5 in Lone Star Conference play. We want to take a timeout. We'll do so and come back and wrap this one up for game 1 of this 2-game set today. But first, this timeout for these commercial messages right here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Welcome to MediDrive Pharmacy. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to console you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly professional service and the highest quality of medicine and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your health care needs.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
Well, welcome back as we wrap up game number 1. The Buffs win it 5-4 over Eastern New Mexico. Greyhounds, who scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and they led 3-1. And Buffs scored 1 in the third, 3-2 at that point, and the Greyhounds had a 5-2 lead, but the Buffs scored 3 in the bottom of the 6th to take the lead. And so they win this one 5-4. 4 runs on 8 hits for Eastern New Mexico. They left 10 on base today. While the Buffaloes, 5 runs on 8 hits. And so the Buffaloes, again, a nice pitching performance as Isaac Keene started this one today, but coming in, Tyler Cornett able to pick up the save for the Buffs and the win. I'm trying to see if they're showing that as Isaac gets the win or if Actually, that could be Gavin Pringle who gets the win, but nevertheless, yeah, Pringle will get the win, so he improves to 5-0 on the season. And so the Buffs come away with a big, important 5-4 come from behind win and get set for game number 2. We'll have game number 2 coming your way right here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.